So you're thinking about doing a prop firm and you're worried about the trailing. You've heard all this stuff about the trailing threshold and how it's designed to make you fail. They're just trying to collect your money. Well, a few things, let's get those out in the open. First, who am I? I'm Forrest. I invest stuff. I'm a day trader, funded prop trader. Have a Discord. Check it out. It's awesome. We trade live every single day. Two, yes, they make money by people, signing up for evals and failing. Ultimately, that is a part of their business. That's fine. You don't have to use it. You can trade your own account. The goal of prop firms is to take that money and use it to ultimately fund your own accounts, guys. As a real trader, as you start to make more money, you're going to have the most amount of flexibility trading your own accounts. Prop firms are purely for leverage. They're just a tool, one of many tools to make money. So once you put your, hands into that bucket, you sign up to be a prop trader, you just have to accept those rules. But the trailing threshold. So here are some misconceptions about the trailing threshold that I want to get out there, because I've seen it pop up in my comments. First and foremost, it does not stay with you forever. So during the evaluation period, let's just use the 50K account as an example. With Apex, there's a $2,500 trailing threshold. Let's just actually go to the website and record my screen. We scroll down and we look at the 50K account. We can see here that the trailing threshold is $2,500. So I did a whole video talking about how the evaluation works. So check that out. But the trailing itself, it doesn't just go one way, it goes both ways. So say you get into $1,750 of your trailing. The next trade, let's say you take profits, it's a $500 trade and you don't leave any money on the table. You gain that back in your trailing, right? So that would put your account at $2,250, right? So this amount goes back and forth. So as you give up profits, you go into your trailing, or if you lose money, you go into your trailing. But as you have green trades, you gain it back. So most of the time when you pass your accounts, you're going to have 100% of your trailing. Especially as you become a better trader, you should be taking profits to the point where nearly none of your trailing threshold is on the table. That's basically how I pass all my accounts. Very rarely do I get below 50% of my trailing threshold based off the way that I trade. And if you trade how I talk about in my videos, you wouldn't even worry about it. That's trading low risk for a lot of points. If you go for 50 points on NQ with 5 micros, that's easy. You could do that on most days and you might eat, 20, 30 points of drawdown. But once you hit your trade, right, you have nothing on the table, and that's key. So every day you come in with 100% of your trailing threshold. The other major misconception is once you pass your account. So once you pass your account, there is a trailing just for a little bit, but it does not follow you forever again. So the trailing threshold goes to $100 past the trailing in the PA, right? That's super confusing. So let's just say that once you get a performance account on a 50K, you have $2,500 of trailing. Once you get $2,500 in profits plus $100, the trailing stops there. And this is what's key. After that, every dollar is essentially a real account. And that's the goal. So a lot of people withdraw, and there's tons of strategies. Honestly, you can do it however you want. I'm not going to argue the merits of how you use these accounts. Again, they're just a tool. You can blow them up, take your withdrawals out, which blows them up. You can just trade them forever. It's whatever you want to do. People do both. Honestly, don't care. I just want to explain how this works. Once you do that, once you get to 2,500 plus one, or, if you're trading 75K, it'd be 2,750 plus $100. Or, if you're doing the 250K, it'd be 6,500 plus 100. Once you get to that profit target in your funded account, it stops there. And it's just like a real account like that. After that, it's just a normal account. Now there's still the 30% rule and things like that, but in terms of your trailing, it stops. You don't have to worry about your losses on the day or anything like that. You could lose, $2,000 if you have $2,000 of padding essentially that you could play with, then you can keep that account and you're fine. I think this is important to call out because when you buy these accounts, you essentially are buying this trailing drawdown, but it is not one way. And I want to put this video out here as a follow-up because I still see a lot of comments coming in on my older, review of Apex Trader Funding asking if it's good. I think they're good. By the way, you could use a code down in the description of this video. Sign up. It's currently 70% off. When they have 90% off, you can use the same code. Use that code. They're one of the best firms in terms of just getting your payouts. Very clear, very communicative. They have a Discord as well. You can hop into there if you like. I don't really participate in there too much because I have my own Discord I can barely keep track of on a daily basis, but it's all there. So I think that, no, I don't think they're a scam. I'll say that. No, they are not a scam. It is hard. So you have to be a legitimate trader, but you have to know what you sign up for. Most of the people who are complaining and worried about, is it really a scam or are they just trying to take your money, don't have a system. And when you don't have a system, it can be really, really hard to trade. The best account, again, and if we review these, the 25K, the 50K, and the 75K, I think the 50K is probably the best account for a new trader. The 25K is an awesome option just because your profit goal and your trailing, you see there's a 1-to-1 ratio there. This one is pretty close to 1. I did a whole video breaking down all the ratios. The worst by far in terms of ratios is the 300K. People use it. That's fine. As my opinion, I think it's the worst in terms of profit to 1-to-2 trailing ratio, but it doesn't matter. Use whatever works for you and you'll do fine. The static is another great option. This one just has a total drawdown of $625. So you can, every dollar you make, you basically are buying a $625 account with this, which is an interesting option. This might be the option to pick if you don't want to deal with trailing or any of that. Basically, you're buying a $625 account. You have access to 2 contracts or 20 micros, and you need to make $2,000. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, that's very doable. If you've been in our Discord, it's very, very doable. 1 or 2 trades a day, being super patient, wait for the right trade. I hit a 2 NQ banger today. I made 2K in 1 trade. That was my only trade today. Well, I had a micro trade of 2 MNQ. So I literally 10x my sizing. But that first trade, I was fishing. And then I literally put my thesis in the chat. I was like, hey guys, this is what I'm looking for. I'm going to wait for this in the market before I take any more trades. And that's what I waited for. And that's the way that you should trade as well, you know, with these accounts. So that was a larger risk trade, but still was just 1 trade, and it was the trade I was looking for. And you could trade this with your personal account. So I trade my personal account. I've always traded my personal account with these. Most of my trades still happen in my personal account. I do all my overnight trading in my personal account. If I do them, I do swing trades in my personal account. This is just a tool to fund your personal accounts, guys. I'm going to put that out there. So all the hangups that people have about any prop firm, I think you need to realize that these are a tool to make more money. The goal is just to make money. If you're a good trader, why not use it? Why not have leverage? It's crazy not to use leverage that exists if you can use it. Even if you only get 1 or 2 payouts, which is totally fine. You know, just put it in your account and use it as capital for your bigger trades. Whatever your strategy is, this video isn't really about that. So let's review the misconceptions. 1, really, is it designed to make you fail? No, it's not really designed to make you fail. It's designed to make you trade in a certain way. And that is to not essentially go max lever in the long and just sit in that for 5 hours. When they give you access to a lot of leverage, really, you should never use max leverage in general. There's a million caveats, and just trade small and go for the profit target, or go for 30-40 point trades on NQ, or these bigger trades depending on what you're trading. I trade in the context of ES and NQ, so that's what all my videos are always talking about. I know there's a huge list of things on their site that you could trade. I literally don't trade anything but ES and NQ, and a few options on SPX and equities, but you know, whatever. So that's the first misconception. The second misconception is that if it follows you, it does not follow you. Gain back what you lose, right? You can gain back what you lose in terms of your trailing drawdown. So keep that in mind. So if you lose money, if you make some back, it doesn't stay with you. And then the third misconception in the PA is that it sticks with you in the PA. It does not stick with you in the PA, right? Once you make whatever the trailing amount is as profit, once you make that amount in your funded account, it becomes a normal account. So all that money after that is essentially cushion. I always tell people, try to get to the cushion period. If you want to do that long term, that's fine. You could take the payout and just do the 3 payouts, close it out. It's money in the bank either way. Hey, you know, up to you. If you're making money, you're not really doing it wrong, in my opinion. So people can argue about making money this way. They can argue about making money that way. Where I am in my life, you know, my background's in sales. Still work in sales, by the way. You know, my first $1 million I made working a W-2, guys. There's a lot of ways to make money in life. So do not feel like you have to just follow my advice or anyone's advice. You should never just listen to someone, but you should definitely listen to people who are successful, figure out what the key to their success was, what was the key driver of that success, and replicate and emulate that, and then let all of their subjectivity around it or their opinion around it kind of fall to the wayside. That's my opinion, which you can, you know, ingest accordingly. But that's it for this video. Really straightforward. Just want to get this out there to address that topic because it's been coming up a lot. Get DMs about it on Instagram, funnily enough, quite a bit. But yeah, keep asking questions, guys. I love it. I appreciate it. You guys are my driving force for doing this. Check us out on Discord. We're there. We have a free chat. You can definitely drop into the free chat on Discord. Totally free. We have a 1-week free trial as well. We just cut our prices in half. They're going to stay cut in half. And we have an affiliate program for the Discord. So your Discord could actually be free if you invite 10 people, right? So you keep 10%. That's $10 a month. You invite 10 people. That's $100 a month to your pocket that you could have into perpetuity. So that's a program that we just started. More information will come out on exactly how that will work. But we literally, you know, as of me putting this out, it's out there. Hit me up about it. If you don't see links or things, I will get you right and get you going so that you can do that. In any case, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. You should too. See you in the next video. Peace.